In our African reports today, we'll take a look at a week-long running issue in Nigeria that has gotten to the tables of the World Bank. Experts have expressed concerns about Nigeria's rising debt, which currently stands at 46.25 trillion or $103.1 billion in December 2022, according to the Debt Management Office, DMO.
Well, the Debt Management Office, DMO, while giving the breakdown, stated that there was an increase of over 7 trillion from what the country owed in 2021. Nigeria's debt hit 68.95 naira following the recent Senate approval for Buhari to scrutinize the 22.7 trillion naira owed to the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Let's take a deeper look at this particular situation. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SIRAP, has called on the World Bank to suspend any disbursement of the $800 million loan being requested by the Nigerian President Muhammad Buhari administration. The ICIR had reported that Buhari had last week submitted a letter to the Nigerian Senate requesting an approval for the loan.
The Nigerian president had in a letter stated that the money, when approved, would be used to alleviate the negative impact of fuel subsidy removal, which his government is refused to remove but left alone for the next administration. President Buhari claimed the loan facility was intended to be used to support poor Nigerians and would be disbursed to poor households across the country. He also claimed that the facility was an extension of the unconditional cash transfer being implemented by the federal government.
Well, President Muhammad Buhari claimed that the funds, when approved, will be sent to the bank accounts of the identified beneficiaries. He also said that the Federal Executive Council, FEC, had approved his request for obtaining the loan, noting that he was waiting for the approval of the Senate before going ahead with processing the loan. However, SIRAP, in a letter dated May 13, 2023, to the World Bank President David Malpass, urged the bank to seek clarification from the incoming administration on the use of the loan, as Buhari's term ends in May 2023 this month.
The SIRAP letter, signed by its Deputy Director Kolawole Oludare, used the bank to comply with its own articles of agreement and not sacrifice international standards in the rush to release the loan. While expressing concerns about the crippling debt burden on Nigeria and its disproportionate negative impact on poor Nigerians, SIRAP appealed to the World Bank not to close its eyes to the important transparency, accountability, and human rights issues related to the loan. SIRAP noted the lack of transparency and accountability in the spending of the loans the federal government had obtained so far. It also highlighted Article 1 of the World Bank Articles of Agreement, which states that the bank is to assist in the reconstruction and development of member countries. The organization argued that the bank should be guided in all its decisions by the purposes stated in the Articles of Agreement.
Well, SIRAP also cited Article 3, Section 4, Subsection 7 of the World Bank Articles of Agreement, which states that loans made or guaranteed by the bank shall be for the purpose of a specific project of reconstruction or development. According to the organization, Article 3, Section 5b states that the bank shall make arrangements to ensure that the proceeds of any loan are used only for the purposes for which the loan was granted.
President Buhari, who on Wednesday requested the approval of the Senate to obtain an $800 million World Bank facility to finance the National Safety Net program, the spokesperson of the Nigerian Senate, Ajibola Basiru, says President Muhammadu Buhari's request for approval to obtain a $800 million loan from the World Bank less than 3 weeks to the end of his tenure would be thoroughly scrutinized by senators. Mr. Ajibola spoke on the issue when he appeared on Channels Television on Sunday.
Well, President Buhari said the money will be used to support poor Nigerians, also to the worst affected by the planned removal of premium motor spirits, that is petrol subsidy, and that the funds will be disbursed to beneficiaries through their bank accounts. As I said, many Nigerians have questioned President Muhammad Buhari's decision to obtain the loan so close to the end of his administration in the face of an unprecedented level of debt that his government has already taken Nigeria to. But speaking on his request, the Senate spokesperson said relevant committees of the Senate will contact relevant agencies in consideration of the loan request.
Mr. Jibola said the Senate committees will examine his request based on the debt sustainability requirement under the Fiscal Debt Responsibility Act, as he could not affirm whether the Senate will approve the loan request before the end of Buhari's administration.